2024, 2025, Vivendi, Universal, Interscope, they tried to shove Kendrick Lamar down your throat. They tried to force him. He was the latest agenda. He was the latest puppet. They tried to force you to think he's the best rapper that ever walked the earth and everything he does is superior to everybody ever, all that BS. And on this channel, as I've always done, I always expose these agendas and I always say what needs to be said. See, I don't say what you people want to hear. I don't say what I want to say. I say what needs to be said. That means I speak with a purpose. And on this channel, Kendrick Lamar is very polarizing. Personally, I think Kendrick Lamar is one of the most overrated rappers of all time. And I think a lot of his music over the years is gibberish. It's illogical, nonsensical. He does these goofy voices. The beat got to switch 30 times. But on the other hand, I enjoy Kendrick Lamar's music when he's not switching the beat, when he's not doing goofy voices, when he raps in complete sentences. He does that to a minimum. That's the problem. Kendrick Lamar is a good rapper in this weak era. He's never been the best rapper. He's never been the number one best rapper. Sorry, you don't determine the best by who's most popular or their numbers or their sales, because if you did, that means the best rapper ever is Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice. Rob Van Winkles. Hit the like button. But let's not talk about me. Yeah, right. Let's talk about you people. Now, recently, you had the Grammys. As I record this, it's February 2026. You just had the Grammys and you had the Super Bowl. And many people have come back to my channel to revisit videos I did about Kendrick in 2025. Because in 2025, February, he was on the Super Bowl and they gave him 1 million Grammys. And a year later, people have come back to say, wow, the videos you made about him, they're aging very well. Because they exposed the whole puppet agenda and how Kendrick Lamar is being forced down your throat. And here we go again. The groupies, the puppets who can't think for themselves, the glazing fans. If you don't think like everybody else, you're a hater and all this nonsense. Now, recently, 2 comments were left, or rather, a comment was left on an older Kendrick Lamar video. Now, the original comment someone left was, this person analyzed Kendrick Lamar and they said, Kendrick Lamar is a good storyteller and that's about it. He has no bars. Oh no. Oh my God, what a hater. He says Kendrick Lamar has no bars. Go listen to his albums. He don't got bars like that outside of a couple songs like DNA and Backseat Freestyle. I never cared for either one of those songs, but okay. He says, overall, there are tons of rappers, even from this era, that would smoke Kendrick Lamar on a beat, which is true. King Los would torch him. Loaded Lux. Jay Electronica. Lupe Fiasco. Conway the Machine. Benny the Butcher. The God Fahim. Mac Hami, is countless names. This individual's name was Jesse Urena. And then someone named Ludge Beats said, except they don't. He's saying people who like Kendrick Lamar pretend they understand him, but they really don't. Because once again, most of these groupie fans, you go with whatever's the popular thing. Whoever them people tell you to like, all of a sudden you like, and you defending, calling people haters if they don't like them. Most of the rap audience is a bunch of non-thinkers who are obsessed with perception. Well, this feels hot. Well, this feels popular, so it must be good. Once again, the audience is no longer qualified to analyze. In the 90s, when them same people were forcing Vanilla Ice and Hammer down your throat, people were not accepting it. No, this is not what hip-hop is. The real hip-hop is Ice Cube, KRS-One, G-Rap. We're not going to support Hammer just because he has a diamond album. Because the people who bought Hammer's albums, were those really hip-hop heads? Now, I'm making a greater point. But I will say, I always loved MC Hammer. I think he. I never met the man, but from his interviews and documentaries, I think he's a good. He's a good human being. He was a great singer. Oh God, great singer. He was a great dancer. Good Lord, great singer. What in the Milli Vanilli? He was a great dancer. He was a explosive performer on stage. He was very charismatic. Was he the best rapper? No. Was he the great MC? No. But he has some great records, some monstrous records. But they tried to force him down people's throats in 1991. They weren't pushing Ice Cube like that, who just went solo. They weren't pushing MC Ren. They weren't pushing a lot of great MCs, Brand Nubian. No, they pushed whatever was pop. Because them people don't care about the essence of hip-hop, the culture of it, substance, meaning. No, they care about who can we rob the most money off of. Because as soon as they drained Hammer for all the money, they left him for dead. And the same people pushing him made him a joke in the media. And the same thing happens now. The same way. These people were pushing Kendrick Lamar down your throat. But before that, for 15 years, they shoved Aubrey Graham down your throat. For 15 years, they shoved Aubrey down your throat. And if you criticize him, what do they do? You're hating. You're stuck in the 90s. Great. And the same groupie fans who would say you hating on him in 2009 or 2012, they're the same ones laughing at him. And now they're calling you a hater if you don't like Kendrick Lamar. You see things don't change. They just switch. This person says, Kendrick fans act like they understand him, but they don't. He's not an exceptional lyricist, but he is an exceptional songwriter. Okay, I don't agree with that. Where do you get that from? He says, Kendrick Lamar, his voice is annoying, but his narrative and capability of putting together an album is on another level. Now, this person's comment don't make sense to me. It's like bipolar. You're criticizing him, but then you're kind of blowing him. Kendrick Lamar, his regular rapping voice is a great voice. But when he does these goofy voices, he loses me. Is Kendrick Lamar capable of making a good album? Yeah. Section 80 was good. Overly Dedicated was good. Good Kid, Mad City was good. To Pimp a Butterfly was good. But to me, that's what Kendrick Lamar is. He's good. I've never saw him and said great. I've never saw or heard Kendrick Lamar and say this guy is an all-time great. No. I've never thought that. He's never been on the level of Ice Cube, Tupac, Biggie, Prodigy, Rakim. Hell no. And in the last 15 years, he's been pushed like he's some lyrical god of rap. He's not. Lupe Fiasco is still better than him. Jay Electronica is still better than him. And these are people he avoided. He raced to diss Aubrey, but he still don't want to battle a real MC. You know, these people will glaze and blow Kendrick Lamar because he beat a factory-made pop singer. But they ignore the fact that he ran from Papoose, he ran from King Los, he ran from Lupe Fiasco. He don't want to battle Jay Electronica. He doesn't. These are facts. You know, Kendrick Lamar had that damn album. What was that album called? What was that damn album he had? Oh man, what was that album called? He had, I think it was like 2017. Kendrick Lamar has some damn album. What was it called? I think it had DNA and Humble on it. He has some damn album. What was the name of it? Anyway, but on that same album, he had a song called Element, which is another song that makes no sense. A lot of just his music makes no sense to me. Like it's as if they made Rap Genius just to explain what Kendrick Lamar's talking about. I never know what he's talking about. It's gibberish. Popular gibberish. You can't follow what he's saying. The song Element, the original version, he's dissing Jay Electronica. He's dissing 50 rappers. How come he didn't put it out? It had to leak online like 5 years later. But he so boisterously jumped out to diss Aubrey. Why? Why was he afraid to put out a diss to real lyricists, but he was so bold to diss a fake pop star? And the room goes that quiet when you pose that question. Did I say MC Hammer was a good singer? Oh God, I meant a good dance. Forget good. MC Hammer was an incredible dancer. He was electrifying. But the same ploy in the playbook that them people who run this industry use, it don't change. It just mildly switches. Kendrick Lamar is a plant like all the rest, and they planted him in the category of this is the lyrical rapper we give you. They planted him in this is the Jesus of rap. That's where he's planted on the plantation. Yeah. He's a chosen one. You people get very sensitive when someone says plant. Okay, he's the chosen one, meaning this is not organic. It's an agenda. And it continues. GNX, I reviewed that album. Trash. Garbage. And they still nominated him for Grammys. The album came out in 2024. Why is it nominated for the 2026 Grammys? Is he Beyonce? Anyway, that big head witch. You know, your favorite singer got a GED. With that said, I'm up out of here. What are your thoughts on this? Leave it in the comment section. XDN wins again and again and again. Follow me on Instagram as the children do, at XDN Online. Check out the community section. Oh, if you subscribe to this channel, which you should be, make sure you have in your subscription feed, make sure you put it on post and videos so you get to vote in my polls, because every day I got a new poll for you people, and you people love my polls. Check out the community section for my polls. And oh man, if you want to support the channel, you can super chat, or you can donate to the Cash App, the Venmo. It's XDN Online. I'm up out of here, and that is it. Kendrick Lamar. It's amazing. He quote unquote leaves TDE to go exclusively under Interscope and Universal, and then they push him harder than ever. It's funny, when he quote unquote leaves the black label to further his deal with the secular Jewish label, they push him harder than ever. That's funny to me. That's funny to me. And it's also funny to me how they gave him a Grammy for the song where he featured a drug addict racist Mexican, and that same album and all his albums, he puts Lefty Gunplay, who's a meth head bigot, but he don't put J-Rock on his album, Schoolboy Q on his albums. Whenever you see a Kendrick album, how come his whole crew is not littered throughout it? But that GNX is a bunch of no-name nobodies who mean nothing. I'm up out of here, and that is it.